Hello everyone. Cases of sexual harassment committed by Islamic teachers have often occurred in Indonesia. This is the first case to appear in the news in early 2025. Let's hear together how the story ends. This is from TV1news.com. This Quran teacher molests several students while learning mandatory bathing procedures. It is truly despicable what was done by a religious teacher, with the initials Mr, 29 years old, in Singapura village Kikam Barat district, Lahad Regency South Sumatra or Sumsel, January 5, 2025. What was done by a religious teacher with the initials Mr 29 years old, in Singapura village Kikam Barat district, Lahad Regency South Sumatra was truly despicable. Mr had the heart to commit indecent acts against several children, aged between 7 and 11 years old, who intended to learn to recite the Quran with Mr. Using the guise of learning how to take a mandatory bath, the perpetrator freely committed indecent acts against his victims in the mosque toilet located in the Pta Jaya, Desa Singapura area. The perpetrator's despicable actions were finally uncovered after one of his victims told what the perpetrator had done to the victim during the process of learning how to perform a ritual ablution. The perpetrator was finally immediately secured by residents together with company security, and immediately handed over to the Kikam Barat police and the PPA unit of the Lahad police. Yes, it is true that there was a report of alleged sexual abuse committed by an Islamic religion teacher, who is also the caretaker of the mosque. We have received the report. Currently we are still investigating, said Lahad Police Chief, AKBP God Parlisro S. Sanaga, through Kasbish Penmas Aptu Lisbono, Sunday, January 5, 2025. In order to be held accountable for his actions, the perpetrator Mr has now been secured at the Lahad Police Headquarters. This is from Bakakoran.co. Quran teacher in Lahad arrested, suspected of molesting student. January 4, 2025. Who knows what devil possessed the person with the initials Mr? A caretaker of the Pta Jaya Mosque in Singapura village Kikam Barat district, Lahad. Mr, who is also an Islamic religion teacher, was determined to molest several children, with an average age of 7 to 11 years. The police also arrested the person with the initials Mr 29 years old on Friday, January 3, 2025 evening. The suspect was initially handed over by residents and local company security to the Kikam Barat police, and then to the Women's and Children's Protection Unit or PPA of the Lahad Police Criminal Investigation Unit. Yes, it's true that the suspect has been secured from the Kikam Barat police to the PPA unit of the Lahad Police Criminal Investigation Unit. It just so happens that he is in Palembang, so wait for the full release, said Lahad Police Chief, AKBP God Parlisro S. Sanaga, through the head of Criminal Investigation Unit, Ibtu Rido Rizki Pratama, via cell phone, Saturday, January 4, 2025. The perpetrator's obscene actions are suspected to have been carried out by means of taking a mandatory bath, aka taking a junub bath, in the mosque toilet on the victims, all of whom were students. Then Mr dared to do the alleged obscene act. After that, the victim told her parents about the act. Until Mr was secured. The suspect and evidence have been secured, he said. As I said earlier, cases of sexual harassment committed by Islamic religious teachers like this often occur in Indonesia. In 2024, the last case was revealed on December 28. This news is from Detik.com. Islamic boarding school leader, Ustaz, molests and rapes 4 female students. Here's how he did it. December 28, 2024. A leader of the HF Islamic boarding school, or Ponpes, located in Lembar District, West Lombok Regency, West Nusa Tenggara or NTB, was arrested after allegedly raping a female student. The leader of the Ponpes with the initials HS was arrested with his son with the initials WM and a cleric with the initials AM. Head of the PPA unit of the West Lombok Police Criminal Investigation Unit, IPDA Dimas Prabowo, revealed that initially the alleged perpetrator asked the victims to look after his grandmother. So these victims were asked to look after HS's grandmother, or WM's great-grandmother, who was sick at HS's residence, said Dimas, as reported by Dedik Bali, Saturday, December 28, 2024. HS's grandmother was known to be chronically ill and was placed in HS's room. This made HS ask his female students to take turns guarding her. HS even asked the victim to stay overnight to look after his grandmother. That was when the victim was molested by touching parts of the victim's body when dawn was about to arrive. When the victim woke up, the perpetrators asked him to pray tahajjud, said Dimas. WM, who is HS's son, had sex with one of the victims. WM had invited one of the victims to his room, which was next to HS's room. The victim was immediately asked to go into WM's room. There the victim was raped, said Dimas. In addition to the tahajjud prayer method, the suspects instilled Samina wa Athona into the victims. The sentence means, we hear and obey. The victim had initially reported it, but it was spread and accused of slandering the head of the Islamic boarding school. The victim was even considered crazy, said Dimas. In fact, one victim who reported the incident was threatened with defamation by HS if his report was not proven by the police. We then examined the victim and 8 other witnesses. They initially did not want to provide information because of the doctrine of Samina wa Athona, because they were also under pressure, said Dimas. Well, that's the case of sexual harassment committed by an Islamic religious teacher in early 2025 and late 2024, which occurred in Indonesia. There are many reports of cases like this occurring in Indonesia throughout the year. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We don't know how much sexual harassment is happening and not being reported. Therefore, stay away from Islam. That's all for this video. See you in the next video.